see, I think this works. Just to give you the overall picture where we are, as SNSJU, as also presented by our Executive Director in the morning, we are already in the third year of implementation. We have already launched 3 calls. We already have 63 projects running and another 16 projects starting beginning of next year. So we are almost halfway through the program implementations with an important investment in smart networks and services. And as you can see in this diagram, in this structure, we have a special structure for SNS, including 4 different streams. All of these streams have strong software components inside. And I will not go into the details of the projects. Of course, I will show you indicatively a few later. But just very quickly to say that in stream E, the idea was to include in the first call and only in the first call some projects dealing with advanced 5G research, having a way of transition and segue between the 5G PPP program and the SNS program. And these projects, of course, were targeting standardization activities already at the 5G releases of 3GPP. These projects in stream A cover important areas like energy efficient radio networks, or areas that have to do with software and open networks like Open RAN, let's say, networks, or AI-based edge platforms and so on and so forth. So important projects in this stream, and some of them are already participating in the SDGs and have already demos. You're all welcome to visit the demos. Some very interesting demos and the floor. In stream B, the idea is to focus on novel technologies that have some, let's say, impact in mid to long-term period. And here indicatively you can see in the slide technologies in the area of system architectures, advanced wireless and optical communication technologies, non-terrestrial networks, security, and so on and so forth. Again, with all of them with strong software components in their development. Now going into stream C, where we target, let's say, EU-wide experimentation platforms, where other projects can validate the solutions that they develop. And this is also important to stress here that in these test beds that we have in SNS, we always mention about evolvability, so accessibility and openness. So all of them are really important aspects, so that projects implementing research can validate their technologies and can have the right interfaces and the open interfaces where they can validate the technologies through, let's say, for example, open calls. We had a nice demo again where we saw that one project coming from the open calls implemented OpenCAPIF over the FIDAL, for example, testbed. That was really interesting. In stream D, we have some large-scale trials with verticals. And again, this is the idea, is to explore some 5G and 6G technologies there and vast applications in order to create, to showcase some viable use cases with some important business perspective. And again, here software networks play an important role in the development of these platforms. This is just an indicative list. These are just examples of our projects because practically all our projects have important software components in their implementation. So I don't want to forget anything, so I would just say that this is not exhaustive for sure. But these are some projects that have already contributed to the relevant activities of CSDGs, but also to projects that are going to participate in future as soon as they start, beginning of next year. So they cover areas, for example, like end-to-end AI native framework, or edge cloud integration, Open RAN, security, deterministic networking, but also trials, as mentioned before, with trials with verticals and testbeds and experimentation. So you're all welcome to to visit our website and see exactly all the portfolio that we have and identify the key software, let's say, components of these projects. So going to the details of our session, and before I give the floor to our panelists here, just to say that one of the key messages that was also presented in the opening session, we have a very complex ecosystem. I didn't, let's say, add anything here. I think Sylvia's slides showed the complex ecosystem already. But in this session where we focus on access networks and services domains, it is important to stress that indeed we have a lot of different activities, a lot of open source projects, a lot of, let's say, organizations implementing software, and it is a big challenge to see how all of them are integrated and how this target to standardization impact 3GPP, for example, is implemented. So this is exactly what we're going to investigate with our speakers in the session. So I would like to maybe to show the Mentimeter before we, yeah, this is here. So just to say that we have a question on you. On the Mentimeter, it is about the challenges that we face in the access networks and services in terms of open source. So you're all welcome to, yeah, this is exactly the question that you can see. So what is the biggest challenge in developing and adopting open source software for access networks and services for next generation networks? We will come back to your answer after the end of the individual presentation, so you're all welcome to participate and provide your insights to this question. So thank you very much. I think we can, yeah. Maybe I'll just say a nice, let's say, a word about these nice diagrams here. So I would like to say thanks to the colleague, Joyce, who is preparing these nice diagrams, and will keep preparing some for us during the session. So many thanks, Joyce, once again. Okay, without further ado, I think I spent already more time than initially planned. So I would like to move to the next, to our first speaker. So we have Jerome Harry. I hope I spelled it correctly, Jerome. So he received a Master of Science degree and a PhD in telecommunication from the Swiss Institute of Technology. He's currently professor at the Communication System Department in Eurocom here in Sofia Dipoli, so we have a local person, practically. His research is related to Internet of Things, smart network systems for connected and cooperative automated mobility. He is a board member of the Open Air Interface Software Alliance, and he's going to present us now about the activities in OSA. So many thanks, Jerome.